If you're watching this video, the chances are you're probably procrastinating on something right now. In this video, I will teach you how to overcome procrastination permanently. A while ago, I took a while to research productivity and how to be more productive. By becoming aware of how I spent my time, I realized that I was procrastinating way more than I thought. This got me thinking, why do we procrastinate, even though it's not something we should actually be doing and we need to be working? How can we overcome it without hating the technique or becoming super bored? To answer all of these questions, I looked into a lot of research and spent time digging through tons of academic journals. The advice that I got became the foundation for part of my routine, and fortunately, I found that most of it works. Now, onto why we procrastinate. One of the first things I learned was that procrastination is a human condition. Close to 95% of people admit to procrastinating their work, according to Piers Steel, the author of the Procrastination Equation. For the phenomenon of putting things off until later, it's apparently a visceral and emotional reaction to something we don't want to do, according to Tim Pychyl, author of Solving the Procrastination Puzzle. The more boring or repulsive you find a task, the more likely you are to procrastinate that task. In his research, this author found a set of 7 triggers which make a task seem more averse. Think of something you're putting off right now, and think about how many of these characteristics it has. Boring, frustrating, difficult, ambiguous, unstructured, not rewarding, lacking personal meaning. On a neurological level, procrastination is not logical at all because it's a result of the emotional parts of your brain and not the logical side. This emotional side overpowers the logical side because the logical part of your brain surrenders the moment you choose scrolling on social media rather than work, or when you decide to watch a show instead of doing what you're supposed to. Though there is a way to give your logical brain the upper hand. When you notice that logic and emotion are going to fight each other, and emotion is going to win, just resist the impulse to procrastinate. It's easier said than done, so here are some techniques that you can use to do it. You need to reverse the procrastination triggers by figuring out which of those procrastination triggers is setting off your procrastination and try to reverse those. To do this, you need to think of the task in a different manner by making the idea different and less undesirable. Take writing a quarterly report, for instance. If you find it dull, you can turn it into a game challenge yourself to see how many words you can write in a 20-minute period. Alternatively, if a work task is unclear and disorganized, establish a step-by-step workflow to guide you and your team through the monthly process. Adapt to your resistance level. When faced with tasks triggering procrastination, evaluate your resistance along a sliding scale. For example, if a dense research task seems overwhelming, test your focus for shorter periods until you find a time frame where the task feels less daunting, then tackle it. Initiate action, no matter how small. Starting a task makes it easier to keep going. Tasks that lead to procrastination are often less challenging than anticipated. Commencing work prompts a subconscious reassessment, revealing that the task may be less triggering than initially thought. Research indicates we remember unfinished tasks more vividly than completed projects. Starting a task encourages ongoing mental processing, making it more likely for you to resume the work later on. List the consequences of procrastination, especially effective for larger tasks. While it may not be worth spending 20 minutes listing the costs of skipping your evening run, this tactic significantly aids tasks such as retirement planning. Detail how procrastinating on retirement savings could impact your social life, finances, stress, happiness, and health. Combat digital distractions. Devices offer numerous diversions like email, social media, and messaging. As work becomes more ambiguous and unstructured, prime triggers for procrastination. Disconnect from your device. Consider extreme measures like putting your phone in another room or using apps that block distracting sites, forcing you to restart your computer to regain access. If you've enjoyed this video or learned something, make sure to like, subscribe, and share. Thanks for watching and see you next time.